put the messages again here and go back again, we're actually able to extract the video directly from the device as well. So if I just click on video from history, what I'm doing now is I'm actually taking the last 10 minutes worth of video from the device and actually bringing it to my desktop. And then what I'm going to be able to do is actually interrogate that video and say, actually I want to extract and use it as a proof this portion of the video. So what I can do is I can say, actually I'm going to take that video there and I'm going to take up to that point here and I'm going to export this. And what we're able to do is we're able to export this to an actual AVI file on our desktop as well. So here we're just creating the movie as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this on the side here and let that carry on. We're able to also alter the video that's coming back from the device. So if I was to go back on the device here and I wanted to say I was also only concentrating on the functionality of the device, I'm not interested in the video coming back from the device, we're able to manipulate and alter the clarity of the video coming back from the device. So what I can do here is I can just turn this off here, go back, and here you can see that we're actually altering the clarity of the video. So here I've completely reduced the clarity of the video, but what I'm able to do is I'm actually able to get a quicker response from the device. I can actually use the device in a more realistic manner. Again, obviously the clarity is not very good, but if I needed it to be corrected again, I could just return the quality back to exactly what it is on the device. We have the ability to also integrate with the speakers and the microphone on the device. So here I can unmute the speaker and I can also unmute the microphone. So if I just tap on my microphone here, you can see that we take the input directly from the laptop and we actually pass it into the device. So here we can also do audio testing. So we do simple audio validation using DTMF tones. We're working on a way to also do complex audio validation, such as specific MP3s that are being played, specific sounds that are coming from the device. The next feature that we have is specifically focused on application development. There are many test cases that are out there that focus around installing the application, removing the application, sending text messages to the device. So what we've got is we've got an ability to actually do that with the device. Again, because this device is on a real live network. So here I can say hello, and I can actually send a text message to the device. We use something called an SMS IP gateway, and currently we're in the process of moving that, so that is actually just a modem, and we can actually integrate this into dedicated environments as well. So here you can see that the message has been received by me, so this was sent by me through my application, and I can use that in various different ways. And one of the main ways of actually using the send SMS feature is actually to upload applications. So here I have a couple of ways of actually uploading applications. So the first one I have is obviously loading the application onto our application server. So here you can see I've got Opera Mini Beta, and I have uploaded it to our application server for this device. It will generate a URL that we have here, and this URL is basically a representation of the device, the actual specific device. So I can see someone's actually sent a text message just to make sure it is a real live network. So there you go. So this device is actually located on a specific URL inside of this application server. So we have two ways of talking to the device and uploading it. First one is via the SMS, which will just send this URL to the device. So if I click on SMS, that should send the URL to the device here. So if I open up the messages again, you can actually see that we actually have a URL here. The second way of actually uploading to the devices is via the data cable. So what I can do is actually load that application up directly to the device. So if I just open up the programs, you can see that Opera Mini is not located inside of the settings here, and in fact is not above either. So you can see that it's not there. What we can do is upload it via the data cable, and what this will do is it'll send this over the airwaves, send it directly to the device inside of our data center, and the application should then appear inside of our application list. And as you can see, if I wanted to, I could simply click on the application and I could start installing the application for your testing purposes. So that's our application uploading and downloading. We also have the ability to share the screen of the device. So if you have a distributed team, maybe a team that's based in India or somewhere far off, we're able to actually share the screen of our device. So if the tester was to find a problem on the device and say, well, something's not working accurately maybe on this network or on the Orange network, for example, you could simply click on Share the Device, generate a code, and type in the email addresses or actually the users that are actually available at the time. And you can simply invite them to view your screen as well. So you've got a more collaborative way of working with distributed teams. Again, you can simply stop sharing if need be. Every single one of our devices has a cleanup script. So this device doesn't have any associated cleanup scripts at the moment, but whenever you release a device, we run some cleanup scripts on there which will remove either text messages, sensitive data, any of the application data maybe that you've tried to install on the device as well. Finally, with ADB and Android devices specifically, we have the ability to create a virtual connection, so a virtual ADB tunnel. This allows you obviously to do debugging and connect to some of the low-level features of the device and able to, if you are developing applications for a device, actually connect to them and see what the low-level information is on the device as well. So what I'll do now is I'll move on to Test Case Manager. And what Test Case Manager is the ability to create manual test cases and automated test cases and manage them in a more effective way. So again, there are many tools out there such as Quality Center, Rational, and so on. These are all test management tools that have developed greatly and have much functionality in them. We provide this tool, this Test Case Manager, as a way for smaller development teams to manage their testing assets. So if they don't already have a test management tool, we give them the ability to do that. So what we have here is we have a simple manual test here, and all this is indicating is a couple of instructions, 3 instructions, just to test our application. So here we can see the device that is being used currently. Here are our instructions for using that device. And more importantly, we have 3 types of proof types. Now this is commonly a problem when doing mobile testing, mobile application testing. There isn't really the ability to distribute your proofs. If you run a test on a mobile handset and you have some video that you want to capture, it's not possible to do that and relay that information to your developers or any higher management or teams that you are sort of talking to. We've given you the ability to do that because we integrate with the video chip of the board. So here you've got 3 modes of delivering that message. So we have single pictures, we have multiple pictures, and we also have videos. We can also choose to say whether a step is optional or not optional. So this is a very, very simple test management tool. You can create steps simply by adding a few steps here. So I can create a new step. And then we can have some simple instructions of what to do. And what we can then do is choose obviously what the proof is going to be. We can then check this test case in, and now we have our completed test case, a very simple manual test case. What you are able to also do is create step groups. And what this allows you to do is create modules of manual test cases that you can just reuse. So you can drag these test steps into your actual test cases or your manual test cases that you're developing around here. The next step of executing a test obviously would be to execute the runtime of the test. So what we're able to actually do here is choose the project that we're obviously working on, create a test cycle. So here I've created a very simple test cycle. And